Coming out as a gay man, I had that wonderful foundation of unconditional love from my family, but that bumped up against the larger message in a conservative society that you can't be gay and Christian, you can't be gay and good, you can't be gay and expect to have a happy life. My awareness and my waking up came when I was looking at the Presbyterian Church US, and what were we teaching about sexuality, about faith, about LGBT people? And I knew that what we were teaching and the change that was around the corner would have impact, not just on the Presbyterian Church in the US, but there are Presbyterians in over 100 countries. So I began to look at what happened in colonial teaching. You know, why were these anti-gay laws left behind? What did the colonists teach? What did the early missionaries teach? And of course, most of it was harmful and not helpful to how women would be treated, how children would be treated, how LGBT people, persons, and they wouldn't even use those words, but persons of different gender variations and sexual variations, how would those be understood and treated? And so I began to unwrap all those layers that go back to the 15th century. And I think one way through is to look underneath those layers and see that indigenous people had a space for human difference and for the variety related to gender and sexual difference. And so part of the change going forward is understanding and reclaiming that early history. Before the colonizers came, before Christianity came, before missionaries came, and then people reclaiming their own stories and finding their own way. And so I am profoundly inspired by the imagination and the resilience of the activists and faith leaders that I work with internationally, because that's exactly what they're doing. They're reclaiming what was original in their culture, and also if it's Southern or Eastern Africa, it's Ubuntu. It's I am because you are, and it's a communal ethic, and so they cannot isolate the LGBT person from their community. It is a violation of who they are at their best as African people. I feel an ethical responsibility as a white person, a white male, a Presbyterian, a Christian, to walk beside persons around the world in that journey, you know, to reclaim what was good and right and just from the very beginning in their own cultures, and to take responsibility for the harm that the West has done in their lives. And they're the ones who will create the liberation. My responsibility is to own the harm that has been done in the past, and to walk with them into a new future.